Right guys, this is an update from my allotment. I thought it'd be a lot easier than taking loads of photos and adding loads of comments onto them, so I thought I'll give this a go, and this is the first one, so bear with me. First video updates, I thought I'd go over pretty much everything. Here is a photo of what it looked like when I first took over, just for a bit of comparison. So what I thought I'd do is pretty much work from the front all the way to the back and just show you what's going on and where I am with things. So just the compost bins, they need a bit of a tidy up, make them a bit bigger. That's just what's left here from previous tenants, a bit full of rubbish, lots of polystyrene and all sorts in there, so I've been slowly sifting through. This is a nearly finished strawberry bed. Obviously we need weeding and digging over once it's ready. Not really designed to be a raised bed, but really just to separate it from the rest of the plot really, and that's going to be basically a permanent L shape running down the side and behind the compost bins for all my fruit. So that's going to be where my strawberries are going to go eventually in a few weeks time. Some raspberries which were here before, I thought I'd keep them rather than just dig them out, see what they do if anything. This is a big beast of a red currant bush. I've actually got a couple at home which I'm planning on bringing them up, but I'm not too sure if I'm going to need to really, that one. I picked probably about half of that, and there's far too much for my needs, so God knows what it's going to be like once it's been trimmed back properly and producing at its best. Just looking towards the back now, just got me nice little apple tree, but everything was absolutely ridden through with bugs, so it's going to need a bit of a treatment next year before I really get anything out of it, but I was quite keen to really keep that. I do like my apples, especially baking ones, so hopefully I'll start getting a good crop out of that next year. This kind of general space in the middle is going to be one giant bed, obviously broken up into smaller ones. It roughly measures about 10 by 6, and as you can see, I just started the grand old task of double digging. A bit knackering, but that's about 2 hours worth of work so far, so quite pleased. Over here will be the rest of the fruit bed. So black currants are going to go about here, and the other end will be the rest of my rhubarb, which again I'm growing at home at the minute, so it's going to be transplanted up when the weather's right and everything's at the right place. So I'll be mulching that quite heavily to stop the weeds coming through, because as you can see from my previous photo, it was slightly overgrown while I took it, so I'm going to be battling the weeds next year for sure. All this bit will be dug over. I'm just doing one half for now, so it doesn't look so daunting. It looks like I'm actually getting somewhere. The soil is quite compacted, so I'm glad I've given it a good dig out. So hopefully we've added some manure and some other bits and pieces. It should be quite productive next year, but again, I'm going to have to keep most of it covered up when I'm not using it, because I'm just worried that all these weeds, apparently I have to speak to a neighbour, this is ridden full of dandelions in the height of summer, so got that to look forward to, but you know, a big of a challenge, a big reward I say. Shed, nothing too fancy really. Here is some of the rubbish that I've been finding and piling up ready for the council to take away. Never ending. The only bonus is there's about 1 billion compost bags which I can actually borrow to bag it all up, which makes things a bit easier. Just some pallets which I got to the side ready to splitting down and using for various knickknacks. One really cool thing I'm really happy about, well, one of a few things, is this polytunnel frame. Some of it's in there and the rest of it is all down there. So come spring, when all this has been burnt and all this has been finally cleared and dug down, is where the polytunnel's got to go. It's got to go in the corner. It's only about a 3 metre long one, but it's better than having nothing, and really all I've got to do is invest in a clear frame cover for it, and it'll be ready to go. Brambles galore. These brambles actually started, I'll just step back here, where I'm standing, where that pole is there, that is where the brambles roughly came out to when I took the plot. They ran all the way to the back, all around the shed. You couldn't actually get into the shed because of the brambles, all the way down the side, pretty much touching that red currant bush down at the bottom there. So I'm quite pleased how much I've cleared. slowly cutting them down and drying them out and burning them, and then digging out the roots, which is fun. But as you can see, what I've done here is I've just been chucking the cut stuff from where I'm standing on top of there, because I was running out of space to put them all really once they dried out. But as you can see, that's all ready nicely for the burn. Let's come to the back, and that's the last of it. I'll be quite sad when it's all gone. Actually, it's when I've been too tired to dig or do anything else, clearing brambles has actually been quite a satisfying job, despite all the cuts and everything that goes with it. So that's it really. Not much of a major update, but I thought I'd better start somewhere. So yeah, so hopefully you've enjoyed that, and please leave it in comments and I'll happily reply. Bye bye.